Hi friends, and welcome back. Today we are going to be doing our workbook number 29, where you're looking at a big giant elephant on the workbook page. And we're gonna need 5 crayons for today. So I've got red, brown, purple, black, and blue. One last time, lesson number 29 in your workbook: red, brown, purple, black, and blue. If you need to pause the video at this time in order to grab any materials, please do so now. For those that are ready to move on, we're going to jump right into labeling the parts of our elephant. So that is what our focus is for this first section, the parts of the elephant. My first coloring rule is for my purple crayon. I'm going to make a mark on the trunk of my elephant. Purple trunk. Next coloring rule is for my black crayon. I'm going to make a mark on that elephant's tail. Black tail. Next up is my red crayon. I'm going to make a mark on the body of the elephant. Now keep in mind that I don't want to go into his head or his ears, and I certainly don't want to go down into his legs. They get a different rule, okay? I've got a red body. That's this part in here, okay? Red body. Next up is for my brown crayon. I'm going to make a mark on his head. Brown. This is where you would probably include those ears though, because the ears are a part of your head and they don't get a separate rule in this situation. So look at where I put my coloring mark. I went all the way over to his ear, jelly fingers, so that I remember the brown head. My last coloring rule is for that missing part. Anytime you see dotted lines, it means go back and trace in pencil. And then with your blue crayon, you're gonna make a mark on the legs. Blue. We've made quite a rainbow colored animal, but I have a purple trunk, brown head, red body, blue legs, and a black tail. If you need to pause the video in order to finish making any marks, you can go ahead and do so now. Collect my crayons, sorry about that. Down at the bottom, we're gonna go back and review the parts of a pencil. Your first coloring rule is for your black crayon. It's to make a mark on the point of your pencil. Black. Remember, that's the part that you use to write with. I made a mark in black on my point. Next up is your red crayon. You're gonna make a mark on the shaft. Red. That's that middle part there that you hold in your hand. He's made of wood. I made a mark on him in red. My last coloring rule is for that missing part, those dotted lines, going back to trace in pencil. And then I'm gonna make a mark with my brown crayon on the eraser. Brown. Again, make sure that when you go back, you should be able to say the coloring rule. You should be able to identify all the parts of the elephant and all the parts of a pencil. Those are the must-dos. The rest of the scene is a may-do. Go ahead and turn to the back side of your worksheet. We have a new picture where we are in a forest this time. A place with lots of trees is a forest. My first coloring rule is for my blue crayon. I'm gonna make a mark on the trees. Blue. It's a little bit silly, but that's the rule. There's a lot of them. So again, be careful not to make this turn into a coloring rule. The trunks of your trees are gonna be nice and straight up and down and trying to stay in the lines. And then you've got your branches and some leaves in the background, okay? So the trees are going to be blue. I only made a mark on one. If you need to pause the video in order to make marks on all of your trees, go ahead and do so now. My last coloring rule is for my animals, and you do need to use some super spy eyes on this one. With your purple crayon, you're gonna make a mark on any animals you might see hiding amongst the trees in purple, okay? That's my last coloring rule for you. So it's the end of the video, but if you need to finish making marks on your animals purple or your trees blue, go back and do so now. We made marks, but don't forget to go back and color all the way. Take a picture of the front and back upload it to Google Classroom. And until next time, boys and girls, bye-bye.